Hi Sachin, how are you?
Hi Roshni, I'm fine. How are you doing?
Very well. Sachin, right now the focus is on mental health. As the entire industry is still talking about Sushant Singh Rajput's death by suicide. People have not been able to get over that. Some months ago, it was Kushal Punjabi, who you knew very well. So, what do you have to say about all these things that have happened in recent times?
Honestly, now it's high time that we should speak about it. Definitely, there are some problems with the industry. There are some stress levels. The biggest problem is a lot of celebrities don't talk about it, thinking because of the kind of feedback they will get from the general public and their audience. But now they should come out in the open, and at least the least that they can do is they should speak to a psychiatrist or take some professional help at the right time. And one very important thing is they should speak about it to their families. I think one of the biggest mistakes that a lot of these celebrities make is they don't come out in front of their families and discuss their problems and discuss their stress. They feel that, okay, one thing is, if it is not working for them, it is just the end of life. When it is not, there is so much more to it. Maybe your father is not from the industry and he doesn't understand it, but it does not mean that he has not seen life. It does not mean he has not gone through those stressful things that you're going through right now. So I'm sure they can help. They should speak to their father, mother, sisters, anybody in the family. First response. And then after that, of course, if it goes beyond, then speaking to a psychiatrist and on regular basis and taking professional helps, because this is completely unacceptable. Whether it was Kushal, whether it was Sushant, I've known them. They're strong people. I don't think anybody can say that, when I met him, I felt that he could have suicidal thoughts. All of them, all of them meant to be with great careers, have done great in their professional lives. I don't know why did they do it, but they were strong enough to deal with it. And sadly, they did not take the right measures at the right time. And that's the result why we don't have them between us anymore. And this should definitely be highlighted, that at least this should not repeat. No more actors, no more anybody for that matter should lose their lives just because of something as depression, which can be just talked about and you can get over it.
Particularly in your industry, the television industry, there are many cases coming up of actors saying, how the lows can really take them down. So you yourself have been a part of the industry. You've seen your highs, the lows. So how did you cope maybe with those times when the work that you were getting was not good enough and probably you were not happy with it? How did you deal with that phase?
See, I've always been very close to my family. And honestly, I believe that what your family can do, even a doctor cannot, because they know you inside out. Like whenever I had any kind of problems, whether it was professional or personal, I discussed it with my family. I spoke to them, and they were not judging me. They were not there to, judge me on my actions or things that I was doing. They were just good listeners, and that's all that is probably required. The solution is time. The time resolves issues. You just have to wait. You just have to find a good listener. So for me, I think during my ups and downs, my family was always there. And I think one problem that most of the television actors that I have, and that is because it is such an unstable profession, is the financial problem. And I think I've read a lot about a lot of actors losing their lives just because they feel the financial stress, even during COVID-19. And I think one mistake that a lot of actors do is that they become too dependent on just acting. They feel, oh, if I'm an actor and that's all that I know and that's all that I'm going to do. When you say that as an actor, you can be anybody, whatever you want. Similarly, you have to apply that in your real life as well. Just like in media, how you feel that as an actor, you You can live so many lives, you can do so many different things. Similarly, you can do so many different things as an actor. You don't need to be dependent just on media or just on acting. Do different things. Like, for example, but the first recession, when in 2008 the financial breakdown happened, that was my first lesson. That's when I finished a project and I was at home for 6 months. I did not get any work. I was stressed. And that's when I realized, no, I cannot have just one thing. I need to do multiple things. I need to have other professions. So that's when I started an education consulting firm, which helps students in their education, from tuitions to study abroad, everything. And beside that, I have some more businesses that I started, and I kind of did very well in those professions also, because I'm an actor, because I can give another perspective to those businesses. Similarly, to all my fellow actors and all my, this is actually the best time when you can use those skills and try different things. And there is a misconception that अरे यार business है तो मुझे तो business के लिए बहुत सारा पैसा चाहिए. ऐसा नहीं है. मतलब टू बी ऑनेस्ट, कई सारे अब सर्विस ओरिएंटेड बिजनेसेस हैं जिनके लिए आपको बहुत बड़ी रकम की जरूरत नहीं होती है, आपको बहुत इन्वेस्टमेंट डालने की जरूरत नहीं होती है. आप मिनिमल इन्वेस्टमेंट में आप बिजनेसेस शुरू कर सकते हो. एंड ट्रस्ट मी, एक बार आप, वेयर देयर इज अ विल देयर इज अ वे. Once you start rolling, trust me, there are a lot of things. You can fail in as many things as you want or you can, but you just need one thing to be successful in. And once that one thing clicks for you, it's done. Then you don't need to worry. Then it's like, oh, fine, acting nahi, business nahi, there are another business. There are so many other avenues where that financial stress would be taken care of. You will not feel the need of the, and a lot of them actually given into this, that, oh, because I'm an actor, I need to travel in a certain way. I need to travel in a certain car. I need to have a certain kind of house. I am staying in a house which is like 1 lakh rupees rent. And only if I have that kind of house, then I will get work. These are all quoted misconceptions. Don't give in to these temptations. It is nothing but shallow things. It is not going to take you anywhere. What you need to do is do real things, stay as real as work, and trust me, the work will happen
Yeah,
in
really
one way or the
well said, Sachin. In fact, I think the first point you're making is don't put all your eggs in one basket. Say for an
other.
actor, you know,
Exactly,
I think that
exactly.
you
Like,
branched out, and maybe others also should have an alternative, especially for the TV industry. Do you think it's like that?
I think especially for the TV industry, and majorly because of two reasons. One, there is a long credit of 90 days that comes for your payments.
Yes.
Second, because the television industry is losing its audience, it's an industry which is on the downfall. It will take some time where it will somewhere find a bridge between the OTT platform and the television. And that's till that time, when it is on its downfall. The problem is, pehle shows hote the 8 years, 10 years, 5 years long, 1000 episodes party, 1500 episodes party. It was more like a job. You start doing a show, you keep doing generation leaps after leap, and you can become a millionaire probably. But then, as soon as the television industry started going down post 2008, the problem was the duration of the shows started to break. From 5 years, it came to 1 year. From 1 year, it comes to 6 months.
Yeah.
Now, if the show is not working within 3 months, the show is taken off.
Yeah. Yeah.
But your payments are like 90 days. They are ready to make it from 90 to 120. And the problem is, say, for example, if you do a show and your show winds up in 30 days, now the problem is, now whatever you worked, you're still waiting for your payments, but you still have expenses. You have rents to pay for your houses. It's a passion, yes. You should pursue it, yes. But does not mean that life doesn't come with responsibilities. You have to take those responsibilities. You can't just say, no, I'm going to uh, follow my passion. Yes, follow your passion, but not with stupidity. Follow your passion with common sense and intelligence, because only then the passion will be able to sustain you. Otherwise, eventually, either the passion will take your life, or you will just be so lost in that passion that you may talk a lot about it, but you'll never do anything about it.
So I think exactly you've shown the way where I know you're very passionate about acting and we're going to see you on screen very soon. But you also
Yes,
have something else which is keeping you excited and also your bread and butter comes from there. And
yes, that's true. That's true. Like, I think, and I'm happy that is also, something that I really love, which is, helping students and teach and a lot of students into their education from, starting tuitions from the fourth standard. So we have a company which provides education consulting for tuitions as well as counseling for overseas education, which actually uh, specializing in getting students into the top 100 schools and universities worldwide. That is something that is really exciting for me, and it's a sector which thankfully is something which is always in demand. Like even if it is COVID-19, students or kids needs to be educated. So the education sector is going to keep running one way or the other.
on that note, Sachin, I want to thank you for this. It's been really interesting chatting with you.
The pleasure is all mine, Roshni. It's always a pleasure talking to you. Thanks again.
Thank you. Bye.